You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Ford, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I came here to request to be taken off child support.
All right.
My child is almost 18 right now. I'm still sending cash apps, still taking care of my child, so I'm just confused on how the child is about to be 18. He's in the house with his new fiance, two-parent home right now, well, two incomes, and I feel like I just need to be taken off.
All right, guys, buckle up. This case starts with confidence and confusion. Ms. Ford walks in, asking to be taken off child support because her son is almost 18 and living with his dad and fiancé in a stable home. She says she's still paying through Cash App, handling extras herself. But Judge Vonda instantly spots the issue. The law doesn't operate on almost. Until the birthday hits or graduation's done, it's still an obligation. This opening shows the tension between parental pride and legal procedure. What would you do if you felt you were paying for a home your child barely stayed in?
All right, so you came to court to ask to be taken off child support because he has a two-parent income?
And because I do take care of my child.
All right, so what's the legal basis that you're asking to be removed from child support?
What am I paying child support for when I can take care of my own child? My child is just currently living with him because I'm on the road due to my business and entertainment and stuff like that. But as far as cash apps and financial responsibility, I do that without him. My child is almost 18, so I don't feel like I need to go through him for everything.
Okay, I understand. And you say he's almost 18, so he's 17.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
When the judge asks, "What's the legal basis?" Ms. Ford answers with feelings, not facts. She argues fairness, not statute. This is where many parents slip. They treat court like debate, not documentation. The judge's tone stays calm, but she's setting boundaries. Emotions can't rewrite the law. By confirming the child's age, grade, and graduation date, Judge Vonda is silently drawing a timeline, proof that the order still stands. Every court moment here reminds viewers, sympathy doesn't cancel structure. Would you call this fairness or just bureaucracy doing its job?
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just feel like he's a user and I'm taking care of him and his new fiance.
How is he a user?
He's still allowing me to work for a kid that I'm providing full support for.
Right, but you understand you're under a court order to pay child support. That's not necessarily something that he's doing. That's what the court did the first time. You understand that, right?
Yes, but I just feel like he could have denied it or even spoke up and told I'm taking care of the child financially.
Why would he do that?
Because he don't need my money. I'm taking care of my own child.
Well, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Will you have done that for him if the roles were reversed?
Yes, ma'am.
When Ms. Ford claims she's being used, the energy changes. The word user hits like a spark. She's not just arguing dollars. She's implying betrayal. But the judge pushes logic. You're under a court order. That's not the father's trick. That's the system's design. The deeper question emerges. How often do hurt feelings turn into legal frustration? Ms. Ford wants credit for being an active parent, but Judge Vonda is anchoring everything in paperwork. Who's right, the emotional provider or the legal custodian?
You would have opted not to put him on child support.
If he's already provided financial responsibility, exactly, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Okay. I don't know. I see a lot of things. I'm sitting up here, right? So I can't necessarily say you would have done it or you would not have done it, but people in your certain circumstances, I can't say that I've seen them willingly not put the guy on child support when the roles were reversed. So I don't see why that even matters, that you take care of your child, the child lives with him, so you should be paying child support. You'd agree with me, right?
Judge Vonda plays devil's advocate. Would you have done the same if roles were reversed? Ms. Ford insists yes, she wouldn't put him on child support. But the judge doesn't buy it blindly. She's seen too many cases where fairness flips fast when roles switch. This isn't judgment, it's pattern recognition. The bench has memory, and experience matters. This moment captures a theme that defines family court: idealism versus history. Would you waive child support out of fairness if the law said you didn't have to?
All right. Okay, sir. Your son lives with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has he been living with you?
Pretty much all the way up till now, pretty much.
Oh, even as a child from the time this order was entered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And is it true what she's saying, she give extra outside of paying child support?
I mean, she does. I mean, it's a little bit here and there, but
How much child support are you receiving right now?
it's roughly around, it's probably about 700.
Okay. Who carries health insurance?
Now it's Dad's turn. Calm, collected, and factual. He confirms the child has been living with him pretty much all the way. The judge's first instinct? Verify consistency. How long? What expenses? What insurance? It's the difference between emotional defense and evidence. He mentions $700 support and $350 in health insurance, numbers that instantly structure the case. This is where the courtroom tilts. Facts start to overpower frustration. Do you think quiet consistency speaks louder than passionate defense?
I do.
All right. How much is your health insurance?
Between, let's see, it's around roughly about 350.
For your son only, or does that include the both
That's
of you?
with both of us.
Okay. All right. So if we split that in half, it's $175 a person, right? And your son is 17. He's still in high school. He graduates high school in May.
In May.
All right. What other expenses does he have? Like, is he involved in anything extracurricular?
Sports, I mean, he plays basketball, track.
Who pays for basketball?
Me,
Who pays for track?
me as well.
Does mom help out at all with any of those extra expenses?
I mean, no, not really.
Wow.
Well, she says she's seen Cash App and such.
I mean, that's
The judge breaks down the numbers like a calculator in a robe, splitting insurance, confirming sports costs, verifying who pays what. Dad says she barely contributes. Mom says she sends extra. The court balances those claims with logic, not loyalty. It's not about who loves more, but who pays what and how often. Family court runs on receipts, not reputations. The contrast between their words shows how fragile money talk can get when trust breaks down. Would you trust a co-parent's word without proof of payment?
So consistently, I'm back over to you.
Thank you.
Consistently, what does your visitation look like?
Anytime that I'm in Dallas, I'm spending time with my child. And he also does not provide any clothing or anything of that nature for him.
He lives with him, so he has to.
I'm a fashion designer and I have my own clothing line. So my child is always provided with clothes and sneakers, everything he needs for basketball, uniforms and stuff. I cover that. When he needs shoes,
He just said he pays for it.
maybe the training, but as far as his equipment and shoes and stuff, my son asks me for the money for that and I send him the Cash App. I even have the proof. So
Does she do?
I'm paying for that stuff. I don't know what she talking about.
Well, somebody not telling the truth.
Ma'am, I have Cash App receipts to show that I send money for uniforms, sneakers, wristbands, anything, movies, any extra activities my
I mean,
son would like to
we can
take
call
part
him.
in.
We can call him.
Well, no, we don't want to call him. He's still a child. We don't
Yes.
want to do that. But she's sending you money through Cash App. Are you putting in the memo line like what it's for?
No, I'm sending it to my son directly.
Oh, you're
he has
sending
a
it
bank
to the
account.
child
Yes.
directly. So maybe you just don't know that she's doing that.
I guess that's the case.
Here comes the turning point. Mom says she sends money directly to her son, not the father. The judge pauses, because that's technically outside the order. Sending funds to the child may feel right, but won't count legally unless it's documented properly. Still, Judge Vonda refuses to drag the teen into the tension, refusing to make him choose sides. This is smart, protective law in action. It's not about who's lying. It's about what's provable. Would you risk breaking a court order just to avoid feeding your ex's ego?
'Cause I don't know anything about that.
What are you paying for exactly?
As far as, I mean, uniforms, I mean, his everyday, I mean, food, I mean, clothes, I mean, everything he has to
She's
do.
saying
Just
she
food.
provides all the clothes.
He just buy food sometimes, and I even send Cash App for pizza and stuff like that. So I'm paying for pizza for him and his fiance and my son.
So you're doing more
Exactly.
is what you're saying. On average, with Cash App, how much would you say monthly you're sending your son?
500 minimum. His sneakers is $200 and better, so I'm buying them 2-3 pair of sneakers a month. Actually, it's probably about $600 a month, ma'am, that I'm sending additional to the child support order.
And health insurance, is dad only covering that? That's not anything that you're covering?
No, ma'am.
All right. Under your court order, who?
Mom insists she covers clothes, sneakers, even basketball uniforms. Dad says he pays everything. The judge senses overlap, two parents telling partial truths from their own corners. Then Mom drops proof, Cash App receipts. Suddenly, the argument shifts from emotion to evidence. The judge never accuses anyone. She just lets logic separate noise from fact. Family court often feels like therapy with a calculator. But here, proof becomes peace. Who do you believe more? The one talking louder or the one showing receipts?
Here's the deal. Legally, you cannot come off of child support just yet. Reason being is that a child that is the rule is you pay child support for a child up until they turn the age of 18 or until they graduate high school, whichever one happens later. Your son is 17, he's still in high school, he doesn't graduate, so you will be on child support still until he graduates high school. Do you understand that? That's what the law says, all right?
Judge Vonda explains the core legal rule. Child support lasts until 18 or graduation, whichever comes later. That's the line everyone must respect. Ms. Ford can't escape yet, but the judge acknowledges her efforts. This balance of firmness and fairness is why her courtroom clips go viral. It's not punishment, it's correction. The gavel doesn't crush, it redirects. This ruling proves that doing extra can earn real credit if you do it right. Would you feel relieved or frustrated with this compromise?
Now, what I do think is very telling is that she is paying more. According to what she said, and you didn't refute it, she is paying more than the $700 that she's giving you monthly. So if all of that is assuming that is true, because you didn't say whether or not it was true, and she should get somewhat of a break on the child support, the monthly obligation at least. Health insurance was never ordered for you to reimburse it to him. So what I'll do is just keep it like it is, where you just keep maintaining the health insurance, and you didn't file anything to request that anyway, and you didn't file anything requesting any adjustments to the health insurance. So what we'll do is just $450, because according to your testimony, you're sending roughly about $500 anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
On Cash App. So we'll just reduce your child support obligation to $450, and you'll have to pay that through.
Now comes the fix. Judge Vonda lowers child support from $700 to $450. Why? Because Ms. Ford already sends around $500 monthly directly to her son. That's judicial empathy mixed with legal logic. It's not a full release, but a realistic reduction. Notice the tone, firm but kind. Even the father nods quietly, a subtle acceptance. The court rewards consistency, not complaints. Every judgment here is a mirror for accountability. Would you accept a smaller win if it meant legal peace?
So that's what it'll be. Your child support will be reduced to $450.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm tired of taking care of his other kids as well.
Huh?
I'm tired of taking care of his whole household.
You
his
don't
family.
know what, now see, you were starting on a good track. Don't come in here and backslide, okay?
All right, yes,
You do
ma'am.
not know what go on in his house, and quite
Just when peace feels near, Ms. Ford blurts out, "I'm tired of taking care of his whole house." Boom, instant backslide. The judge stops her cold. One sharp line, "Don't come in here and backslide." That's not just courtroom control, it's discipline. In family law, grace is a gift, but one emotional slip can turn it into scolding. The judge reasserts authority, reminding everyone the case is about the child, not revenge. Ever caught yourself winning an argument, then losing it by saying one word too many?
Frankly, it is none of your business. So is there anything further that you have that pertains to your business?
No, ma'am. That's it. That's it.
Okay, do you have anything further?
I'm just ready for this to be over so I can live happy ever after with my wife and
Well,
my kids.
go ahead and live happy ever after because you all are dismissed.
With a calm finale, Judge Vonda wraps it up. Support reduced to $450 until graduation, health insurance unchanged, and both parties reminded to focus on the child, not each other's wallets. Dad leaves satisfied. Mom leaves half relieved, half defensive. But this courtroom moment captures something deeper, the bridge between legal duty and parental pride. And that's what keeps viewers hooked every time. If this case hit you hard, drop your thoughts below. Was the ruling fair? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments that mix law, emotion, and pure honesty.